Renogy RIV4835PCS-1SS review. 48-volt, 3500-watt hybrid power and real off-grid results. The lights flickered just as the fridge compressor kicked in, and my desktop shut off mid-project. I stood there, staring at a silent room, realizing my patchwork inverter setup couldn't handle one surge. It was embarrassing. A friend visiting that weekend watched it happen. If you've dealt with unstable backup power, you know that feeling. After that, every appliance startup felt tense. The faint hum of the inverter became a warning instead of reassurance. One cabin owner told me he stopped running his well pump during cloudy days just to avoid overload alarms. That constant calculation drains you. It steals focus. What you really want is control without babysitting every watt. Don't just pick any solar inverter charger. Make sure it has an integrated 80-amp MPPT controller and true hybrid transfer switching so you never experience sudden shutdowns during load surges again. That realization led me to the Renogy RIV4835PCS-1SS. Instead of stacking a separate inverter, charge controller, and AC charger, this 48-volt, 3500-watt all-in-one unit consolidates everything into one coordinated system. It delivers 3,500 watts of continuous pure sine wave power with a 7,000-watt surge rating, supports multiple charging modes like PV priority and hybrid charging, and switches to battery within 10 milliseconds for UPS-style backup. Clean power, real stability. A remote designer I spoke with nearly lost client files during repeated brownouts, but after configuring this unit correctly and matching battery settings, his system stabilized and outages became seamless transitions. Bluetooth monitoring through the Renogy app also makes real-time adjustments easier, especially in mixed solar and grid setups. Setup matters though. I'll explain why long-term performance depends on configuration next. Over time, the biggest shift isn't just stable output, it's peace of mind. Once properly configured, the Renogy RIV4835PCS-1SS becomes the quiet center of a 48-volt system, balancing solar input, AC charging, and battery output without constant intervention. One experienced off-grid user shared that his unit ran 24 hours a day for over a year in desert temperatures, from extreme heat to deep cold, and it kept performing. On the other hand, a reviewer on a solar forum cautioned that surge duration isn't clearly specified, reminding buyers to size loads carefully. Both perspectives matter. In my observation, most frustrations trace back to default settings, especially the 120 amp charge current that must be adjusted to match your battery bank. That learning curve is real, but manageable if you take time to configure battery type, voltages, and charging limits before connecting grid power. Once dialed in, daily operation feels predictable and smooth. Fewer surprises. Some users report firmware quirks or app limitations, so buying from a retailer with a solid return policy is wise. Are you building for reliability or experimentation? That clarity shapes expectations. If you want to simplify a 48-volt off-grid or backup system without stacking multiple boxes on your wall, the Renogy RIV4835PCS-1SS is a thoughtful step forward. It's gaining traction among DIY solar builders who value integration and UPS-level switching, though results may vary depending on setup and battery design. Do it right. If you're ready to build a system that feels coordinated instead of chaotic, check the link in the description or pinned comment and experience the difference today.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.